When working with teens in a telehealth setting, it's super important to utilize that virtual setting to help them get engaged in session. I have actually found that teens do better in a virtual setting than in person because they have the comfort of their own space, and we have other methods of communication that we can use if and when they feel uncomfortable talking about a certain topic. So, for example, we can utilize the chat option and feature in a virtual session. There are certain emotions that are hard to admit out loud. There are certain things that are hard to express verbally. And when I notice a teen is struggling in that way, then we can utilize the chat. So they can type how they're feeling or what they're thinking, and then I can respond verbally and then help them reframe and understand how they can share that verbally. Ultimately, our goal is to teach how to express emotions in a healthy way and to be able to verbalize that assertively. Another cool thing is using the background feature, so it can be kind of fun to express yourself by changing your background and using that feature. So that's something kind of cool that I've noticed with the teens. But also, like I said, having their own personal space to feel comfortable. It can also help me as the counselor help them when there's an environmental thing to address. So for example, I had a teen who was really struggling with studying and anxiety, with test anxiety, and so we went over some test anxiety study tips, and part of that includes creating a space where you're free from distraction that you can kind of set up as like your study space, so then your brain automatically sees that space and knows it's time to study, and that's the focus. And so I was actually able to help her set up that space in her room, and we explored that together. So it's kind of cool that we can kind of see as the therapist the insight and the ins of their room and their environment to kind of help them implement those behavior modification techniques instead of just talking about them like you would in an in-person session.